It is good to be back in Enshrouded. It has actually been a little while since I've played, and now that the Hollow Hills update is out, I'm excited to get back in. Welcome back, everybody. It is Enshrouded. If you haven't played this game before, it is an open world, survival crafting, base building RPG. And I know that's a mouthful, but Enshrouded fills a lot of shoes and wears a lot of hats and actually does it really well. So we wake up and we're unsure what's happening. We find this cinder vault and it says that you've slumbered for too long, Flameborn. The realm of Embervale has fallen, consumed by the shroud. The enduring flame calls for you. Find a place in the ruined world and construct a flame altar to create shelter from the dark. Well, what about that? We need to build a base. Imagine that. So this is the opening set piece here where the devs give you your first look at the world. And I have to say, it is a beautiful world. They've done some performance optimizations and stuff since the last update. But there you go. Looking out, it really is a beautiful world. It is an absolutely humongous map. And the game is all about exploration, advancement, and really just having fun with friends, because this is, at its heart, a co-op game, but it supports single player, so a vast world awaits you. Filled with secrets and perils, +1, and navigate to the map to track your discoveries. And then this poor guy passed away looking out. Pure light engulfs the knowledge of the ancient breed, protects it in a flaming core, wisdom far beyond my own imagining. I could stare into the fire for hours seeking answers. A whisper, but I hear none. Despite possessing a voice that only speaks to those born from the flame. A shame, as I believe we could have quite enlightened conversations. Balthazar. Anyway, so let's go on and get started. There should be a torch over here waiting for us. This whole intro, if you haven't seen it, isn't that much. I'm just going to run through and probably speed it up a little bit. Basically, they intro you to the game, show you a few things like some explosive bombs that you find, and give you a sword and all your basic stuff. And then we're going to go out, and there's going to be an area where we can build a base, a nice little flat area. Let's go on and select our bombs and do our little demonstration of how the bombs work here. And then we'll go through here, grab us it's a hatchet. Sorry about that. It's F to take all. I had to remember that for a minute. Haven't played. And then this is just a little drinking song. I'm not going to sing today for you, but there you go if you want to pause it and read it for the moment. Anyway, let me go on and get through here, get down to the flat area, and yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of gathering that we're going to have to do. This game just takes a lot out of you for building, but anyway, let's grab this extra torch. Let's go kill some monsters, and yeah, let's go find a place to build us a base. These are basically return beacons. They are like checkpoints. If you die and you're not you don't have something built in a bed in your base, then you'll regen at one of those. Anyway, let's get started. Grab us some beeswax, some honey, a little bit of stuff to eat, and lots and lots and lots of plant fiber. I mean, lots. All right, so I'll see you here in a minute. All right, so we have arrived at the designated location that they want us to build a flame altar, aka our base. Let's go on and open our backpack. I picked up a few stones while I was there. All you need are 5 stones to create yourself an altar, so it's just space to craft, and then we'll go on and move that to our hotbar. And you'll see that when I throw it down, I get a little square. That is my zone of influence, or where I can build within. And that will increase as I increase my flame altar. I'll show you how to level it up as we go on. But Everything outside of this area is non-persistent in the world. It just regens. That's trees, everything. So until I expand this farther, everything outside of it, including these trees, will regen every time I log back in. Only my base stays static. You are not alone. There are other survivors drowsing in nearby ancient vaults. Find them so they may aid in your journey. Go gently. One beckons nearby, just outside of the Shroud's grasp. We have a new quest, find the sleeper, but what we're going to do first is get ourselves a base built. Now, we need a absolutely metric crap ton of materials, but one of the first things that we need really quick is we're going to make 10 string, because you need string for freaking everything. And we're going to make an axe, and we're going to make a pickaxe, and we're going to set that up in our hotbar on my normal stuff. Do that there. Usually like my attack in 4. Don't ask me why, just habit, I guess. All right, so let me get down to chopping some trees, gathering some stone, and gathering a bunch of plant fiber to make as much string as I can. And yeah, I'll be right back with you. All right, it is morning. I've worked through the night. Look at all the trees I've cut down. I've cut down almost everything in here. Anyway, we've got like 1,000 wood or so. And it's time to go on and get busy, get us a workbench out and everything else that we need to do. So let's make us a construction hammer. Craft a workbench, which will allow us to make blocks. Use said workbench to make a whole bunch of rough wood blocks. I'm talking like several thousand. There's 6,000 really quick. Now let's enter building mode and pick out a nice rough wood block, and we're going to start laying our foundation down. We're going to do something pretty big to start out, fairly ambitious. You know me, I like to feel it's improper to go out adventuring without a good base. So maybe, how about like maybe a little central courtyard around the flame altar, and then create like a building around that? Maybe. Let's see how that works out. All right, there we go. We can work on all the specifics later, but this is our basic hovel. I don't have enough fiber yet to do a roof in here, but I was going to make a small enclosed area for my flame off to the side. I got a porch done, the almighty porch, which will also be the base of our balcony upstairs. We do have a second floor that I'm working on, so I'm going for the longhouse type of thing. And we'll do a peak roof and all that, maybe 2-3 stories. We'll see how it works out. So we do have a couple of quests. We do need to find the sleeping survivor. We have one. I made some doors, some windows. I also made a couple of tiny chests. So let's go on and grab some plant fiber and string. Let me put all this wood up, man. I told you I got a bunch of wood. I probably spent 10,000 wood blocks doing this place, but anyway. All right, we've made just about everything that we can. I was going to make a bed, but we don't have any torn cloth, and we do need to go kill some enemies and basically get us some cloth and stuff like that. We'll go on and put our club up here, And, yeah, we are on our way. Let's take a look at our map really quick. So, find the sleeping survivor. The world is lost, but not barren. Survivor's the shroud. Wait to be roused by your inner fire. Find the sleeping survivor marked on your map. You'll have to venture through the shroud. Let's go on and show that. Let's set as a waypoint. That is that away. And, oh, hi, guys. How are you doing? You guys look like juicy, juicy loot and experience. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Don't you hit me. That is rude, sir. Why don't y'all come over here and let me do a little bit of number on y'all. Y'all have loot that I need. I'm hoping that y'all have some torn cloth. Well, look at that. They do. Y'all came to my door and brought me a pair of shoes. Look at that. Daddy got a new pair of shoes. So as a note in this game, food and drink are both big deals. You'll see that if I sit here and drink my water, it will give me some maximum stamina. If I eat one of these berries, it will give me health regeneration. And that's pretty much the way it works. There are different foods, there are different buffs, but that's basically it. Better food gives you better buffs. I need all of this plant fiber. Me and plant fiber have a deal in this game that if it'll just leave me alone, I'll leave it alone, but it rarely works that way. You need so much string to start out with at the beginning of the game, and the only place to get it is plant fiber. So, yeah, every time I see this, I'm going to be stopping to get some. Anyway, let's go down here. We got to make our way down into the shroud and then over to where our survivor is and pick him up, and I will see you guys there. Some tents to loot before we go in here. I believe there is a diary over here. Captain's Journal, Day 6. The raiders have besieged us these past 2 days, attacking from the bridge. Their eyes, such madness. We have withheld so far, but only just. We may not survive the next assault. I've ordered to rig the pass with our mass munitions. If those scavengers return, we are prepared. All right, so another thing that is important, you can destroy and loot items. One of the bigger things in this game that you're going to run into is needing scrap. And these little armor, I guess, stands right here will yield that a lot. And then you can destroy containers on the ground. They'll have all kinds of stuff like string and water and torn fire, just all kinds of stuff. Do not let it pass you up. And plus, it's, it's a good chance to, like, just break stuff, which is always fun. Looks like we got another little lore piece just before we go down here. I will take that right there. Give me those arrows. I forgot to make a bow. Captain's Journal, Day 20. We're hungry. We had to destroy the bridge, and with it, our connection to supplies. But it worked. We haven't seen any more scavengers. The Cinder Vault and those within it are safe and should remain so. If we are to avoid starvation, we may have to take our chances in the horrible shroud. Either choice is certain death. I'm sorry, Captain Arkwright. It was a really messed up choice, and I have a feeling that you aren't around to tell us exactly what the outcome of that was anymore. So, the shroud is this fog area down here. And basically, the shroud, you notice when I enter it, I get a timer at the top. It's counting down from 5 minutes. That'll increase as we go up in levels, and sometimes you can find items within the shroud that also extend your time. But anyway, you have that amount of time to get out of the shroud. It also says stay on the path, but that really doesn't matter. There are resources in the shroud that you can't get anywhere else. There are also monsters in the shroud. Hi there. Whoa! Hi there, buddy. I forgot to actually take my weapon out for a second. Get that shield out of the way, dude. I don't even know why you threw that up there. Let me grab this. Anyway, like I said, there are... Let me just switch back over to my axe. If you'll notice, this will probably drop, see, torn cloth. All that goes... Torn cloth is actually pretty hard to find. Usually... The monsters drop it as loot, but other than that, and also this seems to scale pretty well. Like when I was in one of the towers, I forget which it was. There's a whole bunch of barrels in the tower, And I was busting those and getting stuff like, you know, steel and just all kinds of like loot that should have been higher level, and it was. So anyway, there are also monsters out there. There are items like this shroud wood, which is actually a resource that you need. It's just trees in the shroud. But you'll notice when I finish it... Oh, hello there, dude. How you doing? You almost, like, scared me for just... Get your shield down. Not going to do you any good, dude. You're just going to put it up, and I'm going to stun you, and then that's going to be it. Anyway, that is somewhere over here. Where'd I put it? There it is. Anyway, that, as you can see, is shroud wood. You can make shroud wood blocks out of it, all that stuff. You can also, well, if I can get over here, destroy these carts and get stuff out of them. You can take your pickaxe and destroy these little metal cages and get scrap out of them, which is a really good, like, source of scrap. And I will tell you that scrap is important. This replenishes your remaining time in the shroud. You can find those around. Don't rely on them because they're few and far in between. But if I find stuff like all this stuff that I need to loot, then I'll go on and like break the beds up and all that stuff, which you get scrap out of them sometimes, and then I'll use this to keep going. All right, let's keep going. Refill, and we are back and running. All right, there are places to climb, plenty of parkour in this. Climbing burns your stamina. When I say burn, I mean burns your stamina. So make sure that you always either, you know, have your water up or some kind of stamina drink up, and then also make sure that you have enough stamina to finish your climb. Also, you keep seeing these fireflies around. You can collect these also and make firefly lamps. Pretty cool little concept. Well, look at that big old tower up there. That is not where we're going. We're actually going over here to this little survivor place. Why don't you, I did stop and make me a bow since I found those flint arrows. Why don't you get out of there, dude? Really? The whole grave robbing thing is like so medieval. Yeah. Nope. Out. Stop that. Yeah, y'all need to just die. I'm definitely going to have to get used to combat in this game again. Let's go on and get our health regeneration going. Go on and grab some of this material. You can also, you find these repair benches around, and they will repair all of your equipment for free. Actually, doesn't cost anything. Also, these are explosive barrels. Be careful around them. You can shoot them and absolutely blow up and kill yourself. It is the blacksmith vault, one of the other sleeping survivors. Come here, dude. Come here, and... Yeah, I might want to make me a shield or something. I'm really going to go ranged. That's what I'm going to do, but I might want to make a shield. It's done. The Cinder Vessel is a delicate contraption, still volatile, yet brimming with potential and hope. The first human to enter will be our true prototype, the kindling of a new spark. Thankfully, the blacksmith volunteered. Yeah, right. He must enter the vessel and sleep until aroused anew, lest he slips into eternity. May the ashes of one age sustain the seeds of the next. Balthazar. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? Oswald Anders, the blacksmith, has been discovered. He is back at our base, just waiting for us to run back and do something with him. All right, so one of the other cool things about Enshrouded is that I don't have to run all the way back to my base. I can just go, voila, and fast travel back. Isn't that amazing? All right, so there are a couple of things. Let's go on and commune with the flame again. The survivor will be a worthy addition to our claws. Place them into the world with a summoning staff, which you can craft from simple twigs. Well, thank you for letting me know that. So let's go to crafting. I believe it is right there. We'll go on and craft our summoning staff. We'll put that in slot 5. Hit 5. Tab. Select Oswald. He's already selected because he is the only one. And then we will stand him over here in the corner. And he's like, hey, man, I want to talk to you. So Aswald Anders, sheltered. So we do get some new crafting stuff. We can make stuff at him. So we have a forge, a charcoal kiln, nails, felling axes, pickaxes, all kinds of nice stuff that we can make. He wants us to craft our first gear. Took you long enough to find me, look at you weak and puny, and they call you Flameborn. First thing you need is equipment. Lucky you woke me up. Crafting a scrappy sword, a spiked club, or some armor will serve us well. And then cleansing fire. Embervale can still be saved. Where there's ash, there's embers, kid. Shroud suffocates the valleys, so seek the elixir well with your new gear and raise the root of our misery. Ignite the depths and set this evil ablaze. Go on, I'm counting on you, Flameborn. I hear you, brother. Even with new gear, you shouldn't feel too safe out there. Rest up and eat well before you head out. A fire, a roof over your head, and some meat in your belly will prepare you for anything. Okay, so he does want us to make something, so let's go on and check this out. We need two more nails to actually make that. So let me go on and put everything up, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so let's take a look not only at our journal, but also our maps. So the next thing is to clear the elixir well. There is a boss there, and then forge weaponry or armor. That is going to require a few other things. And in fact, now that I've put everything up, I've gone on and filled my inventory with a stack of all of my crafting materials. There are magical chests that you can make that you can craft directly out of the chests. However, that requires a few ingredients that I just don't have yet. So let's get everything together and start building all the stuff that we actually need before we go out on this quest. So the first thing that we need to do is spend our skill points. We have 2 of them. So I am going to run basically a multi-class of Battle Mage and Ranger. Now those are both ranged attacks, but the Battle Mage comes into his mid and late game while the Ranger comes in more early game. So we're going to take Dexterity, which is the first thing for the Ranger. That is unlocked. And then we are going to take Marksman. All damage dealt with ranged weapons is increased by 10%, which we need 1 more skill point, and we'll get that. And we'll get that next level. Let's make a basic wand so that we have a magic weapon. 10 bandages. Another tiny chest. A glider, since I've actually found a bunch of animals that have been killed by wolves. A grappling hook. A crude wooden table. A crude wooden side table. A crude wooden nightstand. A fireplace. A crude wooden stool. A crude bench. A firefly lamp. 2 candles. Take one of those candles and make a skull candle. Make 4 standing torches and 4 wall torches. Make a bed. Let's make a charcoal kiln so we can make charcoal. Since we have plenty of wood, throw an entire stack of wood in there and a whole bunch of dirt and let it start making charcoal. Throw down another chest for some storage. Make a wooden bowl, a wooden cup, a crude wooden platter, and a crude wooden jug. Cook some of this food that we have. Grab this charcoal out of this kiln. Craft a forge with that. Craft some nails with the blacksmith, and then use that to create our spiked club, which finishes that quest. Make a couple of stacks of wooden arrows. All right, we've got everything together. We have crafted a bow, some arrows. We got our spiked club. We got our food on us. We're going to go on and eat that. That increases our constitution. We're going to go on and use that. That gives us some restoration, and then we're going to use that. That increases our maximum stamina. I also, if you take a look at my character, have the glider and the grappling hook already attached, and yeah, So where are we going? We are headed over to the elixir well, and that's where we want to go. It's that way, so let's get it moving, ladies and gentlemen. And there it is, the location below. So let's go on and drop right in, see how everybody's doing today. Hey there, buddy. Hey, whoa, hold on and wait a minute. Give me just a second. Yeah, so I forgot I am not the greatest at melee at this game. I got to get back in practice. So this is what the wand is for. Eat that right there. Ah, bugs! Get away! Ah, stupid bugs! All right, there's our regen point. I've actually come around the side of this place rather than take it head on and try to attack everybody. We've got a damage potion on. We have all our food, regen going. And yeah, we're just gonna go down here, find this shroud root. Should be guarded by a boss. We're gonna take him out and hopefully not die. I am kind of weak. That's the shroud root right there. And in fact, it's hard to see him, but that's big boy right there. We're a little weak to be taking him on, but I think I can cheese him at the corner of the stairs with my wand. So let's see if I can do this without dying. Hey, big boy, how you doing? How are you and the tentacle doing? Come on, follow me back over here. Oh, God. Come on. Come on, where are you going? Where are you going? Up, see? Yep, uh-huh. Come on. Come on, right here. Nope, nope, don't go anywhere. Nope. All you gotta do is stay up on the corner of the stairs. Even if he does his, like, thunderbolt at you, he can't damage you if you're on the stairs. It doesn't seem to... Come here, dude. And then all you gotta do is get off the stairs. Come on, dude. He feel like healed up. Nope, nope, nope. You come back here. Don't you do it. Come here. My wand broke. I had to switch. I don't need him to regen. Come here, dude. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't you run away from me. Oh, got him. And there is my level up. Whew, man. All right. So let's run over here. That'll also give us, if you'll look in my inventory, a fell thunderbrute head and a spark for us to use. Let's go on and cut down ye old shroud root, which will give us a skill point also. Ah, that is a wonderful feeling right there. All right, yeah, now that that's done, we can actually, now that we've kicked his behind, we can go on and fast travel back to the base. Looks like old Oswald wants to speak to us. Embervale has changed. Before our time, a race of ancients built towers to survey the land. The ancient spires. Ones close by, climb it, and discover the world anew. And then we've got just some, the other one is just stuff in crafting stuff that I haven't clicked on. Unless you go through and specifically click on all of it, it shows that there's something new. So we have two quests. We have our flame altar and base improvement. You've obtained a spark. Use the spark to strengthen the flame at your strength altar. Strengthen the flame altar to increase your shroud passage level and to establish more bases. And then the ancient spire. The blacksmith says that scaling the ancient spire will reveal more of the spring lands. The one he mentioned isn't too far from here. So before we get moving, let's make 12 nails. Gives us enough to make 2 small chests. Run down to the shroud really quick to grab some shroud spores and some of this here shroud liquid. Transfer the inventory out of these small chests, pick them up, make 12 more nails, make 2 small chests, and then take those and make 2 small magic chests. And get everything sorted out. So we've got 2 small chests over here with much more storage space in them. I have consumables and food. Actually, that and that both need to come out of there. And then I have all of my crafting materials in the magical storage chest so that I can just open there and craft straight out of those. And then I have this empty chest over here that I haven't figured out what I want to do with yet. But I do have some stuff that I want to do. So I've got You can use runes to increase your weapons stats. So we're going to do that. I picked up a pine short bow, so we're going to pay 12 runes to do +2 piercing damage. So we'll go on and do that, and then we'll play another 15 to get +2 shroud magic damage. And then this masterful mace that we've got seems to be better than the other legendary axe that I had. That'll give me +4 cutting damage and then +3 cutting armor. And that gives us a fully couple of maxed out weapons. It's not a lot, but it'll do better. We also have 6 skill points to spend, which is pretty ridiculous. So we'll go on and unlock Marksman. We're going to grab all range damage, increased by an additional 20. Grab another point of dexterity. And then start on our battle mage by picking up a point of spirit. We have a ton of charcoal, so we're going to change recipes to wood acid and stick one of our other semi-stacks of wood in there and let it start making some wood acid. Throw all of our charcoal in the forge along with 4 metal scraps to make 2 steel sheets. Use one of those sheets, some fur and some resin to make a rising fighter helmet for some protection. Use one of those sheets to make some boots. Make a pair of fur trousers. And finally, take 3 metal sheets and make a fighter chest armor. And there we go. Look at that hotness there. We got a comfort level of 13 in our base, 82 physical resistance, 51 magical resistance. I'm still missing a set of gloves, but I'm really low on scrap. All right, so let's take a look at where we're at. That is my food storage chest, consumables, and like some tools. Here's like overflow. Here's the first crafting chest with basically all of that in it. Here is the second one. Don't have anything started on it. And here is a little bit of food that probably should be over here. So anyway, yeah, I think that is a great place to leave it. I know these episodes are kind of compressed and kind of hard to judge time, but we ought to be close to being where we need to be right now. So the next episode, we will be doing both the Ancient Spire, the Flame Altar, and the base improvements. And if we're lucky and we can squeeze it in, we'll try to do all of the companions except the new DLC one, which is in one of the new dungeons, which I don't think will be high enough level to even touch yet. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you very much to all my Patreon members. I couldn't do this without you guys. Remember, tune in next time for episode 2 of our mini play of Enshrouded, and I will see you next time, guys. Until then, peace out. Have a good one.